Well, CNN has just learned that the Sudanese army has agreed to adhere to a 24-hour ceasefire. The paramilitary group RSF has already said it will abide by that ceasefire that was set to begin about half an hour ago. But it appears civilians aren't taking any chances. The streets of Khartoum remain empty after a fifth straight day of artillery attacks. Well, it's civilians who are paying the highest price. And my next guest knows all too well the human cost of this conflict. Khalid Osman is a Sudanese engineer who lost his mother in a mortar strike in Khartoum on Sunday. His father is still not able to leave the house. Khalid joins me now from Silver Spring, Maryland. I am so sorry for your loss, Khalid, on what happened over the weekend. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right, Lynda. Thank you.
Your mother was a
Trying.
doctor, and she's been described as a generous woman. I saw some images of her. She has such kind eyes and a warm smile. How would you describe her?
The least I can say for my mom was an angel. She was, she didn't ever refuse help to help anyone. Like she was a doctor in Khartoum General Hospital, Khartoum Eye Hospital, other known called for Abdel Fadil Mas Hospital. She would never refuse to help any patient over there, even if they didn't have the charge for the examination. And her patients loved her, her colleagues loved her, her friends, even the strangers who were praying on social media. I got so many replies from them, just praying for her and sending their condolences. My mom, she was such a kind person. She was very warm.
And what can you tell us about the day when this happened over the weekend? How did your mother get hit? What do you know about the attack?
So this happened on Sunday, April the 16th, around 7:30 something a.m. Khartoum time. I was in my house in Columbus, Ohio, and had just come back from a Tarawih prayer, and I was checking my phone, and I found a WhatsApp message from my mom. She was sending me a voice record, trying to show me that the hits are the hits are getting louder and louder. The voice message was so disturbing. It was so loud. It was like it's like in there in the middle of the war zone. And not too long after, maybe even less than an hour after, my brother sent me a text message saying that my mom passed away, and she was hit by a she was hit by a mortar that hit our house, and the shrapnels got through the house, the windows, and got to her. Um, my dad, which he's a doctor as well, he's a gynecologist. He tried to perform first aid on her, but unfortunately the damage was too severe, and my mom passed away right at the moment.
I'm so sorry. Is your father, I mean, how is he doing? Was he injured? Is he going to try to flee the country?
No, luckily my dad is doing well. He's not physically injured. He's just heartbroken. He gets really heartbroken, and um, I'm actually in the process to apply for my dad for getting his green card to the U.S. And even my mom was only like 3 or 4 months away from coming to the U.S. or having her backup plan in the U.S. Even though my mom refused to live in the U.S., she wanted to stay in Sudan and work in Khartoum Hospital. My mom actually retired 2 months ago, back in March or February, if I remember correctly. She retired and she was supposed to stop working, and then I invited her to come live with me over here, which is safer. And she was supposed to come in within the next 3 to 4 months, but she didn't. My dad, my dad is no, he was not able to flee the country right now. But luckily he was able to leave his house in Khartoum, Kober, to get to a safer location with a family relative somewhere different.
Mm.
Our house is half destroyed because of the mortar in the head. All of the windows are shattered. The glass is everywhere. There's the shrapnels are all over the house itself.
It's absolutely devastating. And what has your dad said about the crisis on the hospital system there as well, given so many hospitals in the capital were hit, 9 hospitals in the city are reporting shortages of blood and medical supplies. What else has he told you?
Once this incident happened, my dad, like I said, he was trying to perform first aid on my mom, but it was too late for that. After that, we were trying to call an ambulance, but all of the ambulances, they were refusing. They were saying that if they move around, they're gonna get hit by the RSF. They know for sure they're gonna get hit. So we were not able to get any ambulance. So my dad and my brother carried my mom in her personal vehicle to the hospital after getting a police officer with them. And then they went to the police station to get the proper forms to get her death certificate. My dad, my dad is not in the right mindset right now to go to a hospital. He cannot even leave the house. He barely escaped for his life to leave the house. It is extremely dangerous just to peek your eyes on the street, not to mention going out. Like half of the citizens in Kober actually abandoned their houses over there, and it's just not safe at all. It's a war zone. It's an active war zone right now over there.
Yeah, I'm so sorry for the loss of your mother, who sounded like such an amazing, wonderful woman. I wish you and your dad and your aunt so much strength in the days and months ahead. Thank you for your time, Khalid, Osman.
Thank you so much, Lynda.
Take care. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be right back with much more.